You're becoming an instrument for the divine, and you're keeping your foes behind enemy lines. As you learn to alchemize your past lives and heal the times of wettened eyes. And as you strengthen your psychic abilities, your ability to see, hear, and know, it's going to start to show just how connected and truly powerful you've always been, whether you've been able to see it or not. It was only a matter of when. Hello, high flyers and deep divers, and welcome to this 10-10 portal reading. 110 on the timer. It's interesting because I looked at 110, it seemed to stop. So this 10-10 portal is like this. Pluto is actually kind of stopped in its orbit and the way we look at it. And it's taking a divine pause before it sits in Aquarius for the rest of our lives and lives of many to follow. Pluto moves very slow. Also, this 10-10 portal is closing of cycles, closing of time when Pluto was not in Aquarius. Guess it would mean it was in Pisces. What do we need to know, see, and hear from the Divine Feminine Oracle? Know, see, and hear to evaluate our stance in this evolution, in this voluntary and involuntary process of enlightenment, my dears. Brigid, yeah. Also, we may have been connecting with our Celtic, Irish ancestors. Celtic. The goddess of eternal flame, Brigid. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. The light is growing brighter day by day. It's your mantra. I am an eternal flame, and my light grows brighter day by day. Brigid. Activating the causal chakra, we may have red hair. Again, that Celtic, Irish ancestors. Green eyes, green dress. Very earthly energies, very healing. You carry a healing frequency. And the goddess of eternal flame, Brigid, is here to empower you to extend that flame to others, to help you to shine your light for others, but also to shine your light for yourself, to light your way to abundance. With Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance. You're opening your heart. You're letting your heart guide you toward divine abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Up until now, I did not choose to feel abundant. I get to choose now to feel abundant because wealth is an inside job. Lakshmi. Purple hair, we may be seeing purple or red hair. And this yellow blossoming lotus is that solar plexus, the star within, the center of created personal power. And that connection to abundance and creative will. 444 on the timer. So you're working on your foundations, and your foundations are stabilizing at this time. As we sit in the doorway of the 10-10 portal, you're being invited to connect to heaven and earth, to keep building the foundations of being that conduit, the instrument? Can you allow your body, mind, and soul to be an instrument for the frequency of abundance? Inanna, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And this reminds me of the naked bike ride, emergency naked bike ride going on in Portland to protest the ice stings and ice presence there, as well as the federal presence. Quite an oppressive presence, if I may add. I have nothing to hide. Both your human and your heavenly self. No longer needing to hide that you're both divine and wearing the skins of a human, wearing that birthday suit, celebrating your naked body. Perhaps dancing around naked in the private of your own home, asking you to break any laws or upset anyone. Amaterasu. Amaterasu, the goddess of light, says that we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. All is one and all is light. Amaterasu, the goddess of light. Interesting. Yeah, it's the time of illumination, illuminating your psychic senses as the veil thins with the opening of the 1010 portal and kind of closes on the 1111 portal. This is the period when our connection to spirit can be strengthened. Can tap into past lives, perhaps. The white buffalo calf woman. Perhaps we are of First Nations folks, or our ancestors, or our past lives identify. The prophetess of the sacred way. You're finding your sacred way, and you're the only one who knows what to say to open the door, because your heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. I choose to feel abundant, and in choosing to feel abundant, and choosing to feel love, and choosing to look through the eyes of love, white buffalo calf woman, my heart is a compass. Oh, I love that. Pointing towards your true north. We got the teepees, creating a home, creating foundations. I think she has a slingshot, and half of her face is painted and the other half is not, representing her ability to go to battle, stand up for herself, but also the softness, the ability to receive. True light, true love isn't always soft, at least here in this physical experience on 3D Earth. As we move into 4 and 5D Earth, we maybe experience more and more softness in our personal lives, and to see that reflection in the world around us. We're all sacred mirrors. As you shine your light, as you choose to embody that eternal flame, as you choose to love yourself and pass that love on to others, you share the truth, the wisdom that we are all of the same light. And if you've ever watched that lady who's You Can Trust Me, I'm a Good Witch, she's lovely. And if you've seen her reels, she talks about how Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, all of the prophets, prophetesses, sacred way, were teaching the same thing. The path of love is true abundance. Not this facsimile we call money and property and ownership, but To possess love in your life and in your heart is true abundance. Love is divine, and I accept nothing except love. Marguerite Porret. Marguerite Porret. May have experienced a past life as a nun in India, Middle East, Norwegian, North American, Native American, also Asian here. Marguerite Porte, the mystic of divine love. I am nothing except love. Confirmation with the ding on the phone. Yes, beautiful. Brigid, Marguerite Porte, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Amaterasu, Inanna, and Lakshmi. Beautiful goddesses blessing the table for this reading today. That one turned up. That one. What else do we need to know? Seat and here. This time we're calling on the shadows of light, shadows and light, oracle, oracles of the shadow and light. Lucy Cavendish. What do we need to know, see, and hear here? We have the Faerie of the Highlands. Shut your stupid face. You're not stupid face. Wow. Look at this. Brigid, the Faerie of the Highlands. She could be considered connected to that fairy energy. You know, Celtics, the Irish, to this day, Scotland, believe in fairies. Faerie of the Highlands, so Scottish ancestry coming through here, Scottish fairies. It's time to be brave, to perhaps do something we're afraid of, to cut through the haze, cut through the muck and the mire, to free ourselves from the brambles and the briars, to see ourselves fully, to express ourselves fully, and to act out of bravery anyways. It's like the face of like, I'm sorry I have to do this, but it's like kind of like putting your pet down, or, you know, cutting the cords. You know, and sometimes stepping into our light is all we need to do to cut the cords with lower frequencies. When we really truly embody the eternal flame, the lower frequencies, people in those frequencies can't really rise to meet you. And we may have come into this understanding that everyone can go with us at this time, even though we're all walking each other home and no one's outside of us. Oh, we also have the Faerie of the Divine Hand. Intoxication, distorted view, and overindulgence. So maybe being called to look at what's time to release. Some overindulgence, perhaps. Seeing with the feminine, the left hand over the eye, being receptive to what it's time to let go of. Devil energy, demon energy, you know, your inner demons. What calls you to intoxication? Or what's creating distorted views around love, around unity, or opposite would be separation consciousness. Please don't lose hope. Autumn is my last chance. Interesting. Autumn is my last chance. Yeah, it's this time of year where it's this last chance of the year to really see what's ready to put to death, you know, like the where we go into sleep, kind of, even like Sleeping Beauty here in the Poison Apple. Please don't lose hope. You're being called not to lose hope. Choose to feel abundant, to know that wealth is an inside job. You're holding fruit, a fortuitous idea, project, creation in your hands. It's giving me Page of Pentacles. Love the artwork. Number 6. Oh yeah, getting like Addams Family vibes. The Clockwork Pumpkin. Clockwork Orange book. Who wrote that? Might come to me. A wonderful idea. The aha moment. 1551 on the timer. So reflections around balance, reciprocity. 39. Clockwork Pumpkin. Wonderful idea and the aha moment. Yeah, we're talking about the fortuitous idea. You're sitting on a golden idea, and the cogs are turning. Well, this idea is coming into light, especially here during this fall season, as fall or spring, regardless regarding where you are. A Clockwork Pumpkin. Yeah, it's about the seasons changing like clockwork. Remembering that, like clockwork, this time of year the veil opens, and it's a wonderful time to be that queen of heaven and earth, to see and accept all that you are, including our darker side and our lighter side, our, you could say, shadow and our creative potential. Clockwork Pumpkin. A wonderful ideal may be gracing you soon. Let's see here. We have the Sewer Mermaid. Your sensuality is beautiful. Lot of lizards, oh my gosh. Makes me think of Leela. You know, how she is desirable, you know, as the person on the surface in Futurama, but when people find out she's from the sewers, you know, they kind of change their tone. Your sensuality is beautiful. We're all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. Yeah, it's that energy of don't judge a book by its cover. There's divinity in all creatures. Like how the mermaids have been judged for centuries. You know, have had to hide in places like deep in the oceans, deep, perhaps even in our sewer systems, inside the earth, whatever, connected in whatever ways we maybe don't even understand. Hell, they could have created ways to get in and out of our sewer systems for all we know. Yeah, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. 25, making a choice to feel beautiful, to feel love, to see love in all, to see the beauty in imperfections. The Two Little Witches, magical space clearing time. Two of Wands, Two of Brooms. There may be some heavy energy. We may feel connected, bound here. Two Little Witches. Magical space tearing time. Yeah, calling on your ancestors with a number 30. Collaboration here to help clear our space. Calling on Brigid. Calling on Lakshmi. to help clear the way for abundance. Two little witches sitting in a tree. One can hear spirit and one can see. Death and the Maiden. Oh, Hecate energies here. Maiden Mother Crone. Invasion, but boundaries violated, and dominance. So we maybe feel under the Death card as well. It's time to let go of someone or something that's been dominating us. Perhaps this intoxication or distorted views. You know, they're already, the cycle is dead. You know, we're just feeling haunted by the skeletons of perhaps some invasion, some boundaries that were crossed, or someone who was overly dominant in our lives. Interesting, the light and the dark in this reading. We got divine goddesses helping follow our heart through this shadow period, through this, I'm hearing mini dark night of the soul. Grab from the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot. Wild Unknown. What do we need to know, see, and hear for our lovely viewers, listeners? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the likes, shares, and subscribes. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it, as it helps support the channel in growing and finding who these readings are meant to find. So we need to know, see, and I'm feeling the need for a little bell. Take a deep breath in for 4 seconds. Holding for 6. Let it out. All the way out. Ishadre otore aenda e konore isayayart undre shudre is ayak. Aenda eosut urmo art ekotor motor yasha. Isadre ekon oyasat ayasha. Knight of Wands. All right. Gaining back our personal power, becoming an instrument for the divine. You know, your body, your creatorship, your vessel as it embodies spirit. Raising the mind, raising our frequency, heightening the mind towards enlightenment here. We have the Chariot in reverse underneath, which means, you know, now is a time that we may be feeling maybe a little stuck, but you're actually just being kind of held in place until, you know, we sort through some of this, these old hurts, connections here coming up, twin flame, soulmates, 2 of Cups, we wanting to receive offers of love. Is that also don't give up on love if we're, you know, wanting to create a bond, to find a soulmate. Choose to feel abundant in that search. And you choose to hide nothing about yourself so that, you know, in order to find someone who truly sees your soul, a soulmate sees your soul, and you have to express your very soul sing your soul song in order to welcome in a soulmate. So we've been working on overcoming grief around boundaries being violated, dominance, perhaps our ego dominating us through these distorted views, or overindulgence, intoxication, devil energies, Capricorn. We got water and water, Leo and fire, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag. We've definitely felt some grief, some loss. Perhaps like, maybe I'm just too old for this gig, too old for love, too old for... be the horse that you are. There's something's about to be revealed, or may have been revealed to us during this gigantic supermoon we had in Libra, Sewer Maiden. Yeah, we may have learned something about our sensuality, lust versus love, embracing the scope of ourselves. Yeah, taking this time to go within, to reflect on what's been illuminated in the mind. The Lamb here, the divine masculine consciousness. Yeah, taking time to receive answers from the divine masculine, to taking time to rewire, to shift our view, our worldview. See, as the Lamb does, that, to be soft and gentle and know that you're protected. You got guard dogs on your side, angel spirits and guides. The Seven of Wands. This is standing up for what you believe in. This is having nothing to hide. Inanna, Queen of Heaven and Earth, embodying that divine fire, that eternal flame. Making the choice to clear your energy, to protect your energy. Six of Swords, because you're in a place of transition. Kind of 1 foot on the dock, 1 foot on the boat. And that's all right. We get to hang out there as long as we need to alchemize the past hurts through the fire, and we gotta ignite that eternal flame within in order to burn through the old energies, the old connections. Seven of Swords, yeah, those are those boundaries that have been violated, feeling poked and prodded. And having even put us in a hypervigilant state, looking for the devil in the details, waiting for the next shoe to drop. And finally, we've got the Son of Cups, coming back to love, choosing to see through the eye of love, offering others a reflection of what they are, what they hold, by choosing to love on yourself, to treat yourself, to move with the flow, to free yourself from the past hurts, to be discerning, also to know that you are of heaven and earth. There's no need to hide. You can rise in spirit and in mind at this time, even if we feel like we're not moving anywhere. Chariot in reverse. You are tuning and in tuning, integrating all of our work from this year, from that massively powerful and exciting / exhausting solar eclipse, lunar and solar eclipse series. Let's grab a few charms here. What do we need to know, see, and hear? We've got the gold leaf. Yeah, solar plexus. Receiving golden ideas, the golden ticket. You're holding within you the golden ticket to abundance. And being more playful with the silver hummingbird. Messenger of divine love. Mystic of divine love, that mystical energy. We all wonder how the hummingbird, manages. We got the solar elephant with the red gem. Yeah, foundations. Starting small if you need to. Starting from the ground up. It's okay to feel. How does the song go? I'm sure your voice feels small, as so does mine. Let's put them all together and make a mighty roar. So I hope this found you at a lovely altitude today. If not, perhaps we're in a little more confident place about where we are, where we've been, and where we're headed. And to remind you that your essence brings presence to these readings. I wouldn't be here without you guys, because I teach you, you teach me. We make internet love. Namaste.